Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday. Mom's at work. The kids are at school. And I've been home for almost an hour now. But I saw a video, a reel, whatever, on Facebook. It was a stitch, where this young girl, bought one of those plastic see-through landline telephones. The ones that light up whenever it rings and you just slam it down whenever you hang it up. And the other lady who was stitching the video was like, "Can we bring back landlines?" Yes, please. The ones with the cords. I remember having a landline, growing up and in my early to mid 20s. And up until we had a landline up until we moved in 2011. So the apartment that we had did not have a landline. But I used to work at Sears. One of the jobs I used to work at, like Sears and Pilot, those are two of the jobs I had. And I remember, like, a couple of instances, like one, my best friend, Andrea, I have not seen her since before we moved. It was, I think, at her grandma's funeral, after Elijah was born. And, well, anyway, she had called me on the landline at the house, and she's like, I see the number on the caller ID, and, I pick it up. I wasn't really particularly in a mood to talk, so pick it up. Hello. And she's like, "Is Deanna there?" And I'm like, "No, she's not." And she's like, "Okay, bye." Hang up. And then I don't know if it was Pilot. I know Sears had called me one time, and it was my day off. I really didn't feel like working that day. So the phone rings. I see it's Sears. I pick up. "Hello." And they're like, "This is so-and-so from Sears, and is Deanna there? We need, would like to know if she'd like to work between whatever hours." And I'm like, "No, she's not, but I'll let her know." And they're like, "Okay, thank you. Have a great day." And it hangs up. I did not want to work, that day. I just wanted to be off. And then when I was working at Sears, so I was a cashier at Sears, and there was like 3 different departments, 3 different checkouts you could go to. There's the women's, the men's, and in the tool department. I was working as a cashier in the tool department, and the phone rings. I'm like, "Thank you for calling Sears tool department," or whatever. And it was my mom on the phone, looking for something. And I was talking to her. She had no idea she was talking to me. I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Hi, Mom." And she's like, "Oh, hey." So I put her on the phone. Like, I handed the phone to somebody who would know, like, who specialized in that one. But I kind of miss having a landline. So I don't miss, like, especially if you had, like, more than one landline, because, like, we had one upstairs, we had one downstairs. I don't miss, like the ability for another person to pick up the phone in a different location and listening in. But then again, people will people use what's it called? Speakerphone. So listening in on their conversation anyways. But I don't know. I just thought of a little bit of nostalgia. I highly doubt Elijah remembers having a landline. He was 2.5 the last time, like when we moved in 2011. I know Wyatt doesn't know what a landline is, like, because he's lived in this house his entire life, his entire 8 years of life, and we've never had a landline. I don't even know if we could plug in a landline here. Like, if we had the little connection boxes. I'm old enough to remember dial-up too. Where if you wanted to get on the internet, nobody could be on the phone because it dialed up through the landline thing. And it made that sound. This is all before the fancy Wi-Fi. So, and you would get a busy signal if somebody tried to call you. So, and you actually had to physically connect your computer to the plug. I don't even know if my computer has one of those. I know my older ones did, but I don't know. I don't think my new one has a port. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think it does. I don't think I could plug in my computer into the, for dial-up internet. Does dial-up internet still exist? Like, does it? I don't know. That's can you still get dial-up? I know that is very 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I remember having a desktop, like one of those big bulky screens with the modem that is just as bulky. I remember having that. This was before the laptops became a thing, so I remember going to school. I think schools still have the desktops. Like, I know they have the laptops. Elijah has a laptop. Wyatt, I think he has one, and he only uses it every so often, but he doesn't use it doesn't carry it with him, and he doesn't use it for everything. So, I don't know. I don't remember at what age he'll start using the laptop more. So, he's only in first grade right now. But anyways, that's my little nostalgia thingy. I do gotta go. I'm going to put another load of Wyatt's bedding in the washer. I had breakfast. And I am going to go to Walmart. I need some powder detergent stuff. And I may try to pick up something else. I don't know. We will see. I also want to get outside, see what's in the one garden bed I need to replant, see what's not coming up that I've planted, and also harvest the lettuce, and see how the peanut plant is doing. Which I did some research because I knew you could plant peanuts and grow them. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. See if I could get is peanuts from Walmart. So sometimes they'll have like a bin. Just grab like a small bag of it and plant like one or two more, not a ton. Peanuts themselves, you have the plant, but like peanuts are like potatoes where they grow underground. So, and then it takes about 150 days, which leads to beginning of October at this point because I asked the Google Home Mini. And they say that each peanut plant provides between 25 and 50 peanuts, which is not going to be a lot because my teenage boy child will just sit there and eat them all. And once you harvest them, they say to hang them up for a month to cure them. And it'll extend the life of them, and I think it'll if I read correctly, make them taste better. And then you could either roast them or eat them raw, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like, I do have a space for like maybe one or two more, so and if you want to sell them, like, you need like a license, insurance, or whatever. But if it's just for personal use, you could just grow them yourself. I ran out of storage on my phone, so I'm on my tablet right now. I am in the process of transferring the beginning part of the video to my phone or to my tablet. But peanuts, like, hold on. Thank goodness for. Oh, it failed. Why are we failing? No. I don't want to have to redo. Okay, waiting. Airdrop one video. I have an iPhone and an iPad. Okay, but anyways, we're sending. Yay. I was curious. This is like the first time I have ever seen a peanut plant. Okay, and so I was curious, like, if it comes back every year or if it's something that you replant. I know I got a couple of things out there that, I wanted, rosemary seeds and or plants for in the garden. But, peanut plants, you have to plant every single year. They're not annual things or perennials, or I don't know the term. But you have to replant them every year, and they grow because the length of time that it takes them to grow. The southern states are the best because of the longer growing season. So the best time to plant peanut seeds or peanuts is April, May, and early June. So it is currently May 5th. Okay, Cinco de Mayo. Okay, there we go. It's sent. I can delete that video since I have it on my thing. I delete that one too since it's already been uploaded. But it's Cinco de Mayo right now at the time of recording this video. And so I could plant probably one or two and still be fine to harvest it, grow and harvest it. We are having a cooler week this week with highs in the low 80s. Well, upper 60s to low 80s this week. The 10-day forecast has like 5 days of rain and or thunderstorms. So, and it's not until the later half, which is why I want to go outside. Well, get the rosemary seeds and or plants, get them planted and stuff like that, and then transfer some of the basil um plants in the little cuppy thingies that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I did some replanting yesterday. Um, but anyways, um, I really wasn't looking to edit a video today, but so I am going to go to Walmart, um, and get the stuff that I need. So, I think what is getting the weather app up. It's currently 60 degrees. Oh, daily. Oh, it's changed. Now there is 1 day of rain. That's on Friday. The highest temp, well, it says here, highest 78 today, 81 tomorrow, lows in the 50s and 60s, 80, 78, 70, 71, not complaining. Oh, last night I was curious to see, like, because, I have student loans from college. Um, um, my student loans are through Nelnet. Um, the website's changed since like it's been a while since I've logged into the websites. So like they're saying that the login information and or password is incorrect. So I go through the steps to change the password, and I change the password, okay. And then I go to log in and I get the same error message, like the heck. So I go through this step, like try 2 more times, okay, and it's saying that my information or password is incorrect. So I go through the steps again a second time, change it to something that I have never used before. Okay, and it's still incorrect, like, because I have seen videos to where, like, people's who have had their, thingies, their student loans on deferment, and they've taken them off of deferment, and they are, like, 120 days past due or something like that, 90 days, 60 days past due. And I was like, I was curious last night to see if mine were still on deferment, because I don't have a way to pay for my student loans right now. Like, I want to get them paid off, but sweet. Huh. But anyways, I'm going to edit this video. It has gotten a lot longer than originally planned, but anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.